The Fast Tracks TwistTie line is a completely different approach to building turnouts, different from our fixtures, which have pockets with PC board ties strategically located throughout the turnout, where the rail is soldered onto the tie in the fixture. This is a more traditional approach to handling track, where you have all wood ties, rail is placed onto the ties and spiked in place using standard track spikes like these that we offer from Micro Engineering. The advantage with this system, one, is that it is all wood ties. Some modelers prefer to have all wood ties where they can stain the finished track work as opposed to painting it like you do with our fixture built system. And another upside with this is it allows you to glue all your ties down ahead of time, ballast it, and then add the rail. The downside to it is it takes a little bit more skill to get the same kind of results. It's a more hands-on approach where you're relying on track gauges to ensure that the operation throughout the frog and the points is nice and smooth. It takes a little bit longer and requires lots of spiking. It has to be built in place also on the layout, whereas using the assembly of fixture approach, you can work on your workbench and then install the track work in place afterwards. Our line includes turnouts from number 4s all the way up to number 12s. What I have here is an HO scale number 7 left-hand turnout. We sell them as left and right-hand versions. You can flip them, but there are guidelines that have been etched onto the ties that make getting the rail in the proper locations a lot easier, and we're only able to do that on one side. So if you flip it, you don't have those guidelines. So it's best to order the left and right turnout that you're going to need. As they come, it's a straight turnout. So if you want to lay a perfectly straight turnout, you would glue this in place on the layout, leaving this fret on the side until the glue on the ties is cured. At that time, you would cut the fret off, and it would leave you with a turnout base that's perfectly straight. Should you want to build curved turnouts, that's where these really shine. You cut this fret off first, and it'll leave you with a flexible piece of track. I'll do that here on this one so you can see how that works. It's really quite nice. Gently snap it up this way. And that leaves us with a tie base like this that's flexible. See, we can curve this, and it curves very easily. So if you wanted to build a curved turnout, you would draw a center line on your road bed, and you would curve the route down the center line like this. Now, in addition to our TwistTie turnout pieces, we also have a complete line of straight track sections of twist ties as well, and these work on the same principle. They're flexible, they're all wood ties, and they're pre-drilled for spiking. We have these available in 3 different tie spacings, what we call our mainline spacing, where the ties are quite close together. It's actually a scale 20 inches apart, similar to what a prototype railroad would use on their mainline trackage. We have a branch line tie spacing. It's a little bit farther apart. You can see as I line these up that they get farther and farther apart as it goes down. These are 22-inch spacing between the ties, and a siding where it's 24-inch spacing, and it's designed to simulate lesser used siding track where railroads would space the ties as far apart as possible. It wasn't necessary to keep in so tight. And in addition to the flexible versions like these, we also have non-flexible ones where if you're building lengths of completely straight track, these are nice because they maintain their straight geometry all the way down. So if you look down at eye level along the track, it won't have any unintentional curvature in the track, so it keeps it nice and straight. And those are available also in the 3 sizes: the main line, the branch line, and the siding. Each strip of twist ties are about 10 inches long. We keep them that length to make them more manageable and less expensive to ship. It doesn't create any issues though, because we've designed clips that allow you to join the pieces together. With each twist tie you order, we include these little, we call them tie clips, to join the two lengths together. I'll show you how they work here. They just snap out of these little keeper like this, or cut them out, whichever is easier. and they're designed to slip over the edge of the tie. You slide it over the end of one of the ties and slide it over the end of the next section. Now you can see how that locked that in there nice and tight. You put one on each side. So you slide the same process like that. There, now these two pieces are locked together. So the pieces joined together, it'll curve as a complete unit like this. And this is really handy for laying out your track plan in one-to-one. You can join as many of these together as you want and curve the whole section. So you can get nice free-flowing track work all the way throughout your track plan. What's nice with these clips as well is you can, I'll just pull these off here, you can join these strips to a turnout like this. Works the same way. You just slide the clips over the end of the ties, lock the turnout to your strip. So now we can curve the entire piece like this. And you can see I can put a nice gentle curve into this track work. So you don't have any abrupt changes in geometry as you go from your straight track or your mainline track into a turnout. And you can attach on any of these pieces. So if you wanted this turnout to come off as straight into a straight siding track using the clips, you just put the clips on the side and carry on with a straight track. Or you can go into another curved section of track like this.